So it is December 16th, 2022. Nothing on the table. Got the card table there because I was working on it. Added its boxes, the system's on. I'm going to stand here and let you take in what there is. That's DC volts. That's AC amps. That's AC watts. And those are the volts and the amps coming out of my devices. Pretty steady readings. It would probably help if I had something to stay like a voltage regulator for my device. But just to show you that this is running for a while, I'm going to stand here for a minute. Sorry I don't have any music in the background. Some people will probably advise not to have the capacitor and the battery right next to each other, but actually the capacitor is empty and the battery is just 9 volts, so they're not connected. So I'm pretty steady here. That's about less than half, let's call it a third of an amp. So 150 divided by a third, that'd be 50. So that'd be 50 watts DC coming out. And there's only that much going in, 2.8, just under 3. Did that float to 3? Let's see. Same little bitty amps. There's the DC voltage going in. Light still. That's a 3 volt light at 0.03 amps. And that's almost half an amp. Voltage comes out the wall. It's not always steady, as you can see, so it changes things, but like it just popped up for some reason. So it's playing with that, messing with my voltage. It's kind of weird. I'll mess with that too. Not touching any of these things, just watching. So that's what's going on. It looks like an increase in power, like a gain of watts, in my opinion. I'm gonna, I'm not talking about a millisecond of change here. It's pretty constant, pretty steady. I think if I had a voltage regulator, some capacitors with it to smooth everything out, a couple of transistors, DC to DC, probably work fine. This is just coming straight off the device. So there we go. There's a whole shot here. Pretty simple, really, looking. There's a lot going on, but again, it's back down. That's a third of that, so it's 20. Okay, even a third, even if it drops into 30 volts, it's going to be 10 watts. It's 3 going in, and 0.01. The only way to explain the difference in these numbers is that there is an increase in wattage, and it seems to be pretty steady. No additional CO2. And you can always make more of these devices and it seems to get a better output. So you know, I can add these three, hook it up, see what happens. But this is just, I'm sorry, it's a quiet, non-action video, but it's just showing a consistent, pretty consistent output here. There you go. We have to trust our instruments for measuring things. So, you know, these are common instruments. You trust a hammer, screwdriver. These instruments were created by electric engineers in order to perform a purpose, which is to measure electricity, and that is what they are doing. Thank you. There we go.